Hey guys, I hear it all the time that people saying, lenders saying, they'll ask me an email, they'll call me on the phone, or they just know it to be a fact that medical collection doesn't hurt your credit. BS, medical collections hurt your credit the same as any other derogatory. Now, this is a broader question. We're going to go a little deeper into the answer of this question, but let's talk about that specifically right now. Where this rumor has come from is a lot of lenders will tell you, hey, we don't use medical against you. Like a mortgage broker, they won't use an old medical debt against you as far as debting it out or as far as judging you, but they will use your score against you, right? Absolutely use your score against you. Every single time will determine a yes or no, or what rates you qualify, or what loan parameters you qualify in. And here's the thing, medical affects FICO, the credit score, the same as everything else. Now let's go a little step further on this. Now check this out. All derogatory affects FICO the same. And I'm going to lay some cement around this subject. It doesn't matter if it's a $25 collection or if it's a $45,000 repossession. The damage to FICO is the same. The coding that FICO is seeing related to that derogatory is the same. It doesn't discriminate. So dollar amount or type does not make a difference. There's one exception to the rule, that's child support. And Texas, Oklahoma, several of the surrounding states, I'm sure most of the states, FICO doesn't look at child support. It almost looks at, this is a fun fact, we'll add it later, but it almost just, they've somehow made it to where it doesn't see child support at all, right? Outside of that, FICO treats all derogatory the same. Now here's the thing. Here's what makes a difference on how that derogatory, regardless of what it is, affects your credit score. Time. When did it happen? Okay? The more recent the derogatory, the more damaging impact it's going to have on your credit score. The older it is, the less damage. Matter of fact, everything that's 2 years old and newer is going to make up about 75% of the history part of that of the damage on that credit score. So everything else outside of 2 years old is only making about 25% of the history part of the credit score. Okay, payment history. So again, the newer the derogatory, the more damage. Not how much, not the type, not even how many, which I'm going to show you here in a minute, or on another blog, what we call tunnel vision. Because of this perspective, the credit score tends to get tunnel vision. We're going to talk about that on another vlog, but I'm going to give you a real life example. If I have John and Mary with the identical credit, except for John had a $45,000 repossession 28 months ago. Still outstanding, hasn't paid it. Mary has a $35 medical collection that hit her credit 3 months ago. Mary has the worst credit score. And that's a fact, and that's one of the things I think is such an important thing we need to know about FICO and the way it looks at credit. And just to go a little deeper in the history on this, FICO was to emulate statistics off of thousands and thousands of different loans. And in emulating these statistics, one of the things that they found true was a person could have a storm in life 2 or 3 years ago. How have they done since? That person in the last 28 months has done good since that financial storm, whether it was a divorce or a lost job or they just got overwhelmed, whatever the case was, they've been doing good since. The statistics proven that that client is actually a low-risk customer. There's a small chance of those guys defaulting on any future loans. And so FICO would adjust accordingly, which means this, the date of an account, the proper date is imperative. Information that's being fed through the credit bureaus that FICO is translating needs to translate it based on an accurate date because that's what's true to those statistics. These are some things too we're going to talk about as well that we'll see a lot of violations in. Re-aging debts. In other words, there's an old medical collection. We've all seen it, or any kind of collection. Sprint, right? Happened 4 years ago. They sell, new collection agency buys it, and it makes it seem like it's new. It's a huge problem. It's a huge glitch, and it's important that we understand how FICO works. I've seen too much energy put on derogatory or issues in the past when the real problem a lot of times is some of this little stuff that we seem to think is minor. Hope that helps. Look forward to seeing you. I'm going to kind of call it a part 2 of this blog as I want to talk to you about how FICO gets tunnel vision. See you on the next one.